this week we have a special guest in the video. There he is. His name is Mika, and he has come to make a special appearance to chat with us about new makeup. He is very passionate about makeup. If I unbox new makeup, he is there. He is ready to sniff it all. Alright, I thought that maybe this week would be a little bit slower, and I think in a way it is, but we have some interesting things that I want to talk about, and I also said that I wasn't sure if I was going to do this video, but I decided let's just do it. Let's just do it on Saturday, as is what you can expect from me every week. Let's get into all of this new makeup. This guy, it never sleeps there. Like sometimes he does, but usually when I'm filming he doesn't. But he has made himself comfortable. But I'm gonna be covering him up with some new makeup, which is kind of sad. And yeah, he sleeps like this all the time. Like all of the time. He's a weird sleeper. He also does this thing where he just has one paw like stretched out. Okay, first thing I want to talk about in today's video is these new Makeup Forever HD Skin Blurring and Perfecting Pressed Powders. So these are tinted pressed powders. We also have a white universal shade. It is a vegan, gluten-free and cruelty-free powder. They say this is a lightweight powder, seamlessly blurs pores and smooths fine lines for matte yet hydrated complexion with no caking or creasing. Choose from color correcting and skin tone shades that deliver a unified true to skin effect. Perfect companion to set, diffuse or touch up on the go. Is going to be available the 19th of May, so it's already available as you're seeing this video. This is actually nothing that I'm really interested in. I'm not that into powders. I have dry skin. I have some powders that I really like, and the powders that I really like I use just a little bit of, just a tiny bit of. I just don't really need it. It's more for like the skincare that I use, and maybe for like the skin products like a foundation or skin tint that I use that I just want to be a little bit more diffuse and not as glowy. So I'm not going to be picking this up. Next up, we have some bronzers, and we also have some blushes, cream bronzers and cream blushes from REFY, I think it's called. REFY. So about these blushes, it's a lightweight cream blush with a buildable pigment that melts into skin for a natural flush or deeper glow, simplified, fresh and easy to apply. Free of parabens, also vegan, cruelty free, and comes in recyclable packaging. It's a long-lasting cream formula. It's going to be $20 each, available now at Sephora. I actually never really knew what the price point was of REFY. I guess $20 is not too bad. I don't think actually this is going to be available for me here in the Netherlands. I cannot really think of a place where I could actually purchase this. We also have the cream bronzers. I think I saw this somewhere, but I can't find them now. But I believe there were also cream bronzers, but I'm just gonna skip on this. This is not really something I can see myself buying, if only because I don't think it's available anywhere. Okay, this one I think I'm slightly intrigued by, but it also feels like something that I have a lot of that I would probably buy from brands that I'm more familiar with in the end. Like I have bought this kind of thing from brands that I'm more familiar with, and I have a lot of like liquid shimmery blushes. I also bought a few more just now. So this is the Love Steady Shimmer Blush by Moira Cosmetics, and these are already available. 8 dreamy shades, $10 each. It's a pretty affordable blush, and we do have some cute shades here. I did just buy the Colourpop shimmery blushes. I haven't tried those yet because I want to be a little bit more systematic in what I try when, but I'm very excited to try those out. And we also have some shimmery blushes in the new Summer Club collection by Wycon that is now available, so I'm going to be talking about that in just a few minutes. But I also bought 2 of the blushes from that collection. So do I need one of these? I do like Moira as a brand. I do buy some Moira from time to time. They are available at Zalando. They are available at Boozy Shop as well. If you're also in the Netherlands or if you're also in the EU and you're curious where you could find this, there are some cute shades, but I kind of feel like at a certain point I just have to draw the line somewhere. I think this is gonna be where I draw the line. If people say this is amazing, I might pick it up, but at the same time, about other blushes that I own that are shimmery liquid blushes, people have also said that they are amazing. So I think I'm gonna hold off and first see how I feel about the new ones that I'm just getting into my life. This is also not a brand where I feel like I really need to review that. Like, it is drugstore and I review a lot of drugstore, but is it really necessary for me to know everything about Moira. I think this is a brand where I sometimes grab something maybe on a sale, maybe on a deal, maybe if it feels like the right moment for it. But I often don't feel like I need to test things right away. Then we have new SoftSculpt Talc-Free Blur Bronzers by Makeup by Mario. I see 6 shades here, which are pretty interesting shades. Like, are these bronzers? Like the lightest one, that would, I guess, be a bronzer if you're basically paper white. I do feel like for being so inclusive for the lightest of lightest skin tones, it doesn't feel super inclusive for the deepest of deep skin tones. It kind of feels like it's going to like a tan to deep. But besides that, it says a versatile powder bronzer that blends effortlessly to naturally warm and blur the complexion with light to medium coverage and a sweat and humidity proof finish. It's hyaluronic acid, spherical powders, and smoothing amino acid. Free of parabens and a bunch of other things. It's going to be available the 22nd of May, so it's already available. $38. It's already available on Sephora. Oh, bye. Are you leaving? Oh, he's not really leaving. He's just picking a different spot. He didn't want to sleep in a spotlight anymore. Okay, so I think it's a little bit of a weird looking launch. It kind of looks like it could be a launch for a setting powder. I have tried at some point the powder blush from Makeup by Mario and I didn't love it. I thought it was really powdery and it looked powdery on the skin. It just wasn't for me. I didn't love it. I decluttered it. I also hated the packaging. It scratched terribly quickly. I just feel weird about this. This doesn't seem to make sense for me. Then we have another skin product by Maybelline. This is the Fit Me BB Cream Nude. Enhance and even out your complexion with a natural luminous finish. Its skincare and rich formula protects and hydrates skin for 24 hours with SPF 50. Protects from the sun and evens out skin tone without feeling heavy or greasy. It says coming soon. I have found a website where this is already available, but it does have pretty high shipping, but the price itself seems pretty low. So I'm a bit like, am I gonna buy it there? It's gonna take like 2 to 3 working days to get here, or will I buy it at Zalando when it gets to there? But sometimes you don't really know, like how quickly does it actually get to where, and I also have to calculate in the shipping times a little bit. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna be purchasing this from the website where I found it after filming, because I think this sounds really good and I have been really enjoying a lot of skin products that I have from Maybelline. So I think this could be a nice product to do a wear test with, to do a review on, a dedicated review on. And I think I can get this in my hands pretty quickly. The lightest shade looks like it would probably be good for me. I haven't found any like true swatches yet, so that also makes it a little bit more difficult. But the lightest shade doesn't look like super pale. And I am more like fair to light. And those super almost white shades definitely aren't for me. This looks like it could be something. It could be interesting and I like to try it out. Then we have some new makeup once again by Tarte. This is a Tartelette Quick Stick Liner. It has a slanted tip that hits a spot every time, glides along the lash line just right. One stroke is all you need. Okay. I think I know enough. Why do we... Just why? If you didn't get that, you might be too young to buy Tarte makeup. Okay. It is long-lasting, waterproof, slanted flick tip, glides along the lash line. It's available now for $24. Okay, I don't think I need this. We do have a brown shade. It looks quite nice and pigmented, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need to buy this. Okay, we have more Dior to talk about. We talked about some Dior last week, and now we have some liquid blushes from Dior. This is the Forever Blush Soft Filter, and they had those kind of like glowy liquid blushes, and they're coming out with the glowy stick blushes. They're coming out with a reformulation of their powder blushes, and now we have these. So these are the Diorskin Forever Blush Soft Filter, a new texture that feels like whipped cream and melts into the skin, a lightweight formula that gives your cheeks a healthy glow. It uses technology that transforms a cream containing pigments and oils into a powder when applied. With a soft focus effect that makes the skin appear smooth. It has hyaluronic acid. We have 5 shades. And we also have some new face powders with hyaluronic acid that have a velvety texture, blurs, reduces the appearance of pores, and bring natural brightness to the skin in 2 different finishes: Nude Radiant Filter and Nude Matte Filter. So it's a universal powder that either makes you look a little bit more glowy or not. These liquid blushes sound kind of nice. We do have a nice pinky looking shade. This is the kind of thing where it does look very like blurry, soft, not super pigmented. I think if I would buy anything, it would be one of those stick blushes because I'm kind of intrigued by that. I did see them available already, but it was like 46 euros. A little bit on the pricey side. I've been purchasing some makeup. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. I want to see someone actually review it. I also have quite some things getting to me, like things are on their way to me, and I already know I will be in a little bit of a time crunch, so I don't really want to add more than I'm already doing. Then we have from Maybelline as well the new Lifter Gloss Honeyed Lip Gloss with Hyaluronic Acid. So this is kind of like a new range, some new shades of their Lifter lip gloss. These are available now at Ulta. So we have kind of like these brownish warm shades, and then we have a yellow color. I don't think the yellow actually shows up super yellow on the lips. I do think I saw some lip swatches. I do think it's a pretty cute release. We just have some new shades. I think I'm not gonna be picking any of these up. Like the color Toast looks quite nice, but it's just not really my type of shades. It's a little bit too warm toned, a little bit too like orangey in undertone. Like I understand it for the honey theme, but it's not really for me, so I'm gonna be skipping on these. Then we have from Nabla Cosmetics. We have some sneak peeks. They're doing a collab, it seems, and I'm seeing something that looks like a brush set. And they say serving something new. I don't know when they will officially announce what it is. If it's a brush set, I probably won't pick it up. If there are also other things in this collection, I might. It kind of depends what it is. I really would love to see another eyeshadow palette from them. I do feel like the eyeshadow palettes that they have come out with, like the last 2 or so that they have come out with, they weren't really amazing. But I feel like they're really focusing right now on these singles, which are beautiful. They're really nice, but I just am hoping for another eyeshadow palette. It's just that I used to love their eyeshadow palette so much, and now it's been a while since they did something like that. I feel like the last one was the Side by Side Nude Baby. That one was pretty nice, pretty cute. Then we have a new eyeshadow palette by Wycon Official X Goo in Japan. So this is the Blight Moon palette. It's gonna be $48. It's available now at Sea Beauty Mall, and it has these very bright chartreuse colors, bright reds, and then some deepening up shades. It's a really grungy, it looks sparkly, it looks really cool. Doesn't look like my color story, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't look super cool. This looks amazing, but I'm not gonna be picking it up. Then we have a new palette sneak peek. I'm gonna see if I can do a screenshot or maybe even a screen recording of this, because we have some leaves covering up the eyeshadow palette. So this is the new Titanium Foxes eyeshadow palette, and it's called Hidden Peas. I feel like Titanium Foxes basically only does eyeshadow palettes. They just release like a few eyeshadow palettes a year. I recently tried the Jace Joy eyeshadow palette, and I loved it so much. I think it's such a beautiful formula, so easy to work with. I love the mattes, love the shimmers. Every time I do look with that, it just looks absolutely amazing. It looks absolutely beautiful. And this is a French brand, and I am intrigued. We have here some greens, but kind of like more blue greens. And if I love something, when it comes to greens, it's gonna be the more blue, like turquoisey greens. And we have a little bit more like purple brown. So it's kind of like, once again, this mix of neutrals and colorful tones, which is what I really love. So I'm gonna see when this is gonna launch. Or do they say, oh, June 1st it will launch? Okay, I might actually pick it up then, because I really love the formula, and I think this looks very fun for summer, but not too like unapproachable. Like the bright colors in here look like colors that I would actually use. I'm intrigued by that. I might actually make an order for that one. Then we had the reveal of the REFY Cosmetics X Adventure Time collab. They've been sneak peeking this, and it is gonna be available from the 29th of May. And last week when I talked about the first like true Pride sneak peeks that they did, I told you that I didn't think they were gonna send it to me. They did send the Dexter collection to me, but I hadn't heard anything from them, and I thought, okay, that's fine. I would just buy it. But they actually sent me an email and they actually asked me if they could send me this collection, and they are sending me the whole collection, the whole bundle. It is, I don't know if it's on its way to me yet, but it's very close to being on its way to me, and I think it could arrive here probably before the launch date, but I have to see if I can get a video up before that day, or maybe it could be like on the launch day or a day after. We'll see. I just have to wait and see when it will arrive to me, but I will be doing a video with the whole collection, a dedicated video, and I'm obviously very excited about that. I mean, when I saw that email, I was like squealing. I was so happy because I just know this is gonna be my type of palette, it's gonna be my type of collection. Everything looks so cute, and I just knew from the sneak peeks and the colors that they showed from the palette, I love brighter pastels and just these types of colors for summer. I'm so excited, and I'm very grateful, very thankful that they're sending this to me. So happy. I was ecstatic. So in this collection, we have so many things in this collection. We have an eyeshadow palette, and this was called the Candy Kingdom eyeshadow palette, and this has so many fun bright shades, but I don't feel like it's too much for me. I feel like these are the bright shades that I would wear because there's something almost a little bit muted to it. We also have some deepening up shades. It is just very fun. I see some pinks, I see some purples, I see some blue looks that I could do with this. Like, I see so many options here, and I think the packaging looks really cute. This is not a series that I've really watched. I watched like one episode to kind of see like what was going on when they first announced that we're gonna collab with this series, but I will probably watch a few more episodes to see. This looks really nice. I definitely would have bought this if they hadn't sent it to me. Like, this looks really good. Very excited to have these kind of like brighter, fun and pastel colors, the mix of them in my collection in the Lethal Cosmetics formula, because I really, really love their new formula. Then we also have some blushes. We have these kind of like putty blushes in a pink, a purple and a orange shade. And we also have this black to kind of like blackberry, I think it's kind of pH reacting blush that seems a little bit more like a cream. And then we also have a rainbow highlighter. The highlighter looks really nice and smooth. I'm actually really excited about the highlighter, and I'm really excited about the purple blush. I cannot wait. The formula looks so nice. We also have two liquid eyeliners. The Gunter liquid eyeliner, which is kind of like a black or very dark gray with glitter. And then we also have the Ice King liquid eyeliner, and I believe this had kind of like bluish shimmer, like more iridescent. We also have two lip balms, the Marceline lip balm and the Princess Bubblegum lip balm. The Marceline was more of a sheer berry, and the Princess Bubblegum is a pH reacting lip balm that turns a soft pink. Then we also have the Peppermint Butler lip mask, and this one seems to have kind of like a reddish tint to it, which I love. I also have one from Catrice that is like this lip balm in a pot that kind of is a little bit more red on the lips, and I just really like it. It's a little bit thicker. I hope this is gonna be somewhat similar. We also have the Tree Trunks lip scrub. I do love Make Good lip scrub. I've been using the Made by Mitchell a lot lately. Well, especially when it's a little bit colder and my lips are suffering a little bit more. Now my lips are a little bit better, but I have kind of changed my ways and I'm using more lip scrub. We also have two lip glosses. Jake the Dog, which is more of a golden shimmer, and then we have Finn the Human, which is more of a blue shimmer. Very cool. We have Finn the Human headband, which is very cute. We have the BMO pocket mirror, and then we have the Jake makeup bag. That makeup bag looks amazing. I think this collection looks very cool, very fun. It does have a little bit of that merch aspect to it that they also did with the Avatar The Last Airbender collection. I think this all looks very bright, fun, cute. It seems to me like they did a great job just pulling in a lot from the series, but of course I cannot fully judge this because I haven't really watched this series. So I am very excited about this. I think there are some really cute colors here, and I love that we are seeing this new blush formula that's more like that cream to powder. I think this is gonna be a really fun video, and I'm gonna see if I can squeeze multiple looks with the palette in the video, but it kind of depends when this will get to me. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're gonna pick anything up from this collection. Then we have another indie release, indie reveal. This is the Ocean Jewel palette by Bella Beaute Bar. It has 7 multichrome shimmers, including 1 holochrome, 1 duochrome shimmer, 11 buttery mattes, and 1 sequin matte. This is gonna be 75 USD. And it's available Thursday, May 29th, so the same day as the Lethal collection. So this is pretty nice. We have some brighter shades, we have some jewel tones. I do feel like this isn't my perfect palette. I did buy the Smoky Glam palette from Monolith, from their newest launch. And I'm first gonna just try it out, see how I feel about that formula, see if that formula is something for me. This isn't my perfect color story, I think. It's a little too grungy, it's a little too moody, and it's not really, I can do that sometimes. It's definitely possible. It's not really what I'm into right now. It does look very beautiful. Then we have the updated version of the Sea Horse eyeshadow palette by Adept, and will be available next month. I believe this is a palette that a lot of people have been waiting for it to come back. I don't think I'm going to be picking this up. I think, is it all shimmer? I think it looks all shimmer. I don't think I need that. And then let me just check if I'm missing something before I move on to the Wycon Summer Club collection. So the Wycon Cosmetics Summer Club collection has just arrived to the website. I made my order like an hour ago. I was ready to film. I checked Instagram one more time and I saw it. And I have been waiting for this. I've been refreshing the website. I did buy a few more things than I was expecting because I did get 30% off when I put everything in my basket. I don't know exactly, sometimes I don't really understand what's going on with Wycon and their sales, but I got a discount. I was like, okay, nice, I'm not complaining. So this collection is supposed to give like beachside vibes, like you're laying on the beach, you're looking so amazing, so cool. So we have this Skin Suit Face Primer. It's a uniforming face primer. I didn't pick that one up. We also have the Skin Health SPF 30 Sheer Skin Tint, and this is the Fluid Foundation SPF 30. They didn't have any swatches on the website, so that made it a little bit difficult to decide on some things. I decided to not get this in the end because it's just hard to say just from seeing that little tip of product on this picture. I do feel like I took a little bit of a risk not being able to see this like in a swatch or in real life, but there are no Wycon stores anywhere near me. I think the closest one is probably in Paris, which I'm planning to go back to Paris and go to the Wycon store. I didn't realize when I was in Paris in January that there was a Wycon store, but I don't think at that point I had tried the brand. So this is looking pretty interesting, but I was a little scared to buy it. Then we have the Prep and Correct Eye Contour Primer and Concealer, Eye Primer and Concealer Duo. I just don't know. This is not really what excites me from like summer collections, and also I'm very specific with eye primer, like almost no eye primer works on me, so I skipped on that one. Then we have the Color Drip Liquid Blush in 3 shades. We have a peach, kind of like a reddish shade, and more of a purpley berry cool tone shade. I didn't really know what to do here, and because I had the 30% off, I decided to grab the reddish shade and the purpley shade. I hope I'm gonna like this formula. But also it was just a little bit hard to see, like what would these look like on the cheeks. We only had a cheek swatch, I think, of the peachy shade. That red shade could be a little bit risky. I just hope that this is not gonna be too pigmented for me, but I was intrigued. So yeah, I got 2 of those. And then we have the SoftSculpt bronzing powder, and I got it in the shade Cool. And this has that one ingredient that really... Okay, my camera stopped, I don't know where. We have the SoftSculpt bronzing powder, and that one has kaolin in it, which controls excess sebum. I am gonna try it out, but I don't know how that would work with dry skin. I do not have any excess sebum. I kind of wish sometimes that I had. It would make my life maybe a little bit easier sometimes. But of course, like oily skin people have their own issues. But sometimes I just wish I had a little bit more of natural oils on my skin. Then we have the Lollipop eyeshadow palette. We have 2 different colorways. I showed you the warm one in last week's video. But we also have a shade Cool Candy. And the warm one has kind of like these warmer pink shimmers with warmer brown matte. And then the cool one has cooler brown, like taupey matte shades. And then we have kind of like a cool gold kind of like a almost purpley taupe and then a true taupe shimmer, I decided to go with the Cool Candy. As I said, I have been really enjoying the eyeshadow formula from Wycon, but I do feel like the pastel eyeshadow palette that I tried, I did like a little bit more than the Cool Gems eyeshadow palette that I tried. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna keep trying them and see like what is going on exactly. Then we have the Lumi Glow eyeshadow. These are liquid eyeshadows in different kind of like neutral tones. I didn't buy any of these because I don't use liquid eyeshadows enough. I just got 3 from the Desert Dune collection by Catrice. And then we have the Skinny Tip eyeliner. This is a black eyeliner. Don't need it in my life. The Lash Fake mascara. I just don't want to fall in love with the mascara that is limited edition, because then it's gone. In like 3 to 6 months it's gone. And then what? Like, you've used it for a short amount of time and that's it. And that would make me sad. So, and also I don't wear black mascara. But it's more common nowadays that there's a black and a brown mascara or different colors mascaras. Then we have the Sunkissed Shiny Lipstick. So this is a lipstick with a brilliant finish. And I actually bought 2 shades because I really enjoy the formula. And I do think there's some really interesting colors here. So we have more kind of like brown-esque colors. It's a little bit more muted and brown and also a little bit grungy. So I bought 2 shades. I wouldn't have done that, I think, if I didn't have the discount. But it really convinced me, I gotta be honest. And I do know that I really love this formula. I do think it's interesting that they have done another limited edition with the sheer shiny lipsticks. Like, is this all they do in the limited editions, or is there more? Like, do they have more options, like matte lipsticks, cream lipsticks? Is it all just like sheer shiny in their limited editions? We do have the Silky Wavy lip tint with a blurring effect. I don't really know what to expect of this. I don't know if it's really like a stain or if it's more like just a soft blurring liquid lipstick. Usually I don't really love this type of product either way. Like, either option is not for me, so I decided to skip. And then we have the Popsicle lip gloss, and this is a shimmery lip gloss, or like a lip gloss with a luminous finish. And for some reason I just felt inspired by the darker, grungy, still cool toned, but a little bit more brown leaning lip products from this collection. I just felt like that would be so cool in a summery look. So I actually decided to go with the deepest shade, which is 06 Cola Vibes. So kind of like this cola reddish brown. I just have a feeling that this formula is not going to be super pigmented, so I don't think this is going to look too crazy on me. We're going to see what I think about this. We're going to see when it comes to me. I feel like it's usually like about 4 working days, so this might arrive on like Thursday, Friday. I think I'm gonna focus on Lethal Cosmetics first, and then I'm probably gonna film this video, but we're gonna see how this is gonna go. I also have to film and edit some more declutters. I also have new makeup updates to edit. Like, there is a lot going on, but I am thinking that I can probably get this up somewhere next weekend. Alright, that's gonna be it for the new makeup releases that are on their way to me. By the way, I also have a package on its way to me from the Pastel Roses. They actually reached out to me and asked me if they could send me a package because their EU store is opening. And I said yes, of course, because I was already planning to buy some things, but now I haven't bought anything from their store opening, and they have sent me something. I don't know exactly what is gonna happen, but there's also gonna be a video about that. I think I'm just gonna be swatching a bunch of things and maybe do a look, but it kind of depends on what it's gonna be. But I'm also very excited about that. Like, finally trying the Pastel Roses, so excited. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of content coming your way. By the way, the Lord of the Rings eyeshadow palette and the ring highlighter are on their way to me. Like, I bought some things from Monolith and they are arriving to me very, very soon. And I'm gonna see if I can get that up on Sunday. And I'm gonna see if I can do multiple looks with the palette. I'm very excited to try Glam Light once again. So I just forgot about this for a second, but there's even more happening than I already had in mind. Yeah, these are just very fun times, the times that all of the summer collections are coming out. I am just having a lot of fun with that. And yeah, that's gonna be the end for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.